We've all been there. That sudden, undeniable urge to click buy now. The thrill of a new purchase, the crisp feel of a shopping bag in your hand, the satisfying rip of a delivery box. It's a feeling that seems to promise instant happiness, a quick fix for a long day, or a reward for a small victory. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's really happening in that moment? What turns a casual glance into an urgent need? This isn't just about a lack of self-control. This is a story about the hidden architecture of desire, a complex interplay of brain chemistry, clever marketing, and the deep-seated human need for connection and reward. This is the psychology of why we buy things we don't need. That fleeting moment of joy you get from an unplanned purchase isn't an accident. It's a powerful neurological and psychological response. When you see something you want, your brain's pleasure and reward center, the nucleus accumbens, lights up. The anticipation of getting that item triggers a release of dopamine, the same neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, motivation, and even addiction. This isn't just a small chemical reaction. It's a primal, emotional high. The act of buying becomes the solution, a way to scratch a sudden itch. In that instant, the rational part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex responsible for long-term planning and consequence, takes a back seat. The emotional, immediate gratification-seeking part takes the wheel. It's why impulse buying feels so good in the moment. It's a self-delivered dose of happiness, a way to instantly change your emotional state from bored, stressed, or sad to excited and gratified. Of course, this powerful internal mechanism isn't a secret. In fact, it's the bedrock of modern marketing. Companies and retailers have spent decades and billions of dollars mastering the art of triggering this exact response. Think about the layout of a supermarket. The most essential items like milk and bread are often at the very back, forcing you to walk through aisles meticulously designed to spark your desires. Brightly colored displays, limited time offers that create a sense of urgency, and products placed at eye level are all strategic moves. Online, this is amplified. Flash sales with countdown timers exploit our fear of missing out, or FOMO. One-click ordering removes the friction, the moment of pause where your rational brain might intervene. Personalized ads follow you across the internet, reminding you of that pair of shoes you looked at once, creating a sense of familiarity and destiny. They aren't just selling you a product, they are selling you a feeling, a solution to a problem you didn't even know you had until they pointed it out. Take one of the most successful brands in the world, Starbucks. You don't just buy a cup of coffee, you buy an experience. The cozy ambience, the smell of roasted beans, the friendly barista who writes your name on the cup. It is all part of a carefully constructed emotional ecosystem. Starbucks doesn't just sell coffee. It sells a third place between home and work, a moment of affordable luxury, a personal treat. When they introduce a seasonal drink like the pumpkin spice latte, they aren't just launching a new flavor. They are tapping into the collective emotions of autumn, comfort, and nostalgia. The limited availability creates immense hype and a sense of urgency. People don't just want the drink. They want to be part of the cultural moment it represents. This is emotional marketing at its finest, linking a product not to its practical function, but to our deepest desires for belonging, comfort, and identity. You're not just buying a latte, you're buying a feeling, and that feeling is what keeps you coming back. The science behind this is both fascinating and a little unnerving. The dopamine-driven reward loop is a fundamental survival mechanism designed to encourage behaviors beneficial for our species, like eating or procreating. The cycle is simple. A cue triggers a craving. We perform an action to satisfy it, and we receive a reward, reinforcing the behavior. Marketers have learned to hijack this loop. The cue could be an Instagram ad, a feeling of stress, or even just walking past a store window. The craving is that sudden desire for the item and the dopamine rush it promises. The action is the purchase itself, and the reward is the temporary feeling of happiness and satisfaction. The problem is, just like with other dopamine-triggering activities, our brains can build a tolerance. The initial thrill fades quickly, often replaced by buyer's remorse. To get the same high, we need a bigger, better, or more frequent purchase. This can create a dangerous cycle of compulsive spending, where the act of buying becomes an addiction, pursued not for the item itself, but for the fleeting chemical escape it provides. So how do we break free? How do we reclaim control from these powerful external and internal forces? It starts with building intentional habits that put your rational brain back in the driver's seat. The first habit is to create friction. The modern world is designed for frictionless spending. Your job is to reintroduce it. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. Delete your saved credit card information from websites. Instead of one-click ordering, force yourself to manually enter your details every single time. This small delay, this moment of pause, is often all your prefrontal cortex needs to catch up and ask the critical question: do I really need this? It's about creating a space between the impulse and the action. The second habit is to implement a waiting period. The 24-hour rule is a classic for a reason. Whenever you feel the urge to make an unplanned purchase, especially one over a certain amount, put it on a list and commit to waiting at least one full day. That intense, dopamine-fueled craving is powerful, but it's also temporary. After 24 hours, the emotional fog often lifts. The urgency disappears, and you can evaluate the purchase with a clearer mind. More often than not, you'll find that the must-have item from yesterday feels a lot more like a nice-to-have today. This simple act of waiting separates the genuine need from the manufactured want, giving you the power to choose consciously instead of reacting emotionally. The third and perhaps most important habit is to understand your triggers. Impulse spending is rarely about the thing you're buying. It's about the feeling you're chasing. Keep a small journal or a note on your phone. Every time you make an impulse purchase, write down what you bought, how much it cost, and most importantly, how you were feeling right before you bought it. Were you bored? Stressed from work? Feeling lonely? Anxious? Over time, you'll start to see patterns. Maybe you tend to shop online late at night when you're tired, or you overspend on weekends when you're feeling unfulfilled. Once you identify these emotional triggers, you can find healthier, non-financial ways to address them. If you're bored, call a friend. If you're stressed, go for a walk or listen to music. By addressing the root cause, you remove the fuel for the impulse fire. In the end, this isn't about depriving yourself of things you enjoy. It's about empowerment. It's about understanding the invisible forces that shape our decisions so we can navigate them with intention. Every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of life you want to build. By moving from unconscious reaction to conscious choice, you not just saving money, you realigning your spending with your true values and long-term goals. You are taking back the power from the marketers and the algorithms and placing it firmly back in your own hands. The choice is, and always has been, yours to make. So, the next time you feel that pull, what will you do? What's one trigger you've noticed in your own spending habits? Share your experience in the comments below. And if you're ready to expose more of the hidden truths about money in your mind, make sure to subscribe and join us for our next investigation.